Right, hello guys, how we doing? Who's in? Who do we have in today? Let me just get a little bit of radio on, liven things up in this office today because I've had a quiet day. Not a lot happening this morning. Mr. Armand, is that a new YouTube name? Or, in fact, everyone's got codes after themselves now. Tom, how you doing, bud? Uh, Big Harvey, how are you, mate? Right, let's flip to Trading View. See what these CPI numbers are going to bring us today. Nick M, good afternoon. Yeah, let's have a look. I've not had a chance to look at it yet, but I noticed I saw a post come up. Hey Tom, nice work, mate. First week, let's have a. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 trades, 1 loss, 4 wins, and a break even. Is that right? Great start, mate. Great start. So as we look, let me just check what screen I'm sharing. Yeah, I am on TradingView. Okay, so I prefer the look of the hourly chart to anything else at the minute. 30-minute is okay for breakouts. But if I'm looking to maybe reverse the trade, if we get a false break, which what I'm kind of thinking, and this is my sort of look, the market can go up or down, and I'm just trying to think from a news perspective and a technical perspective, really. Um, the 30-minute or the hour, well, the hour is going to close, and 30 minutes is going to close above this zone, so we can actually look for a breakout. So at the 15, I'm just going to wait for the. Let's wait. Changed screen. Wrong one. There we go. Okay, so listen, I'm not worried about the news in half an hour, okay? Because I would expect to hit targets of risk-free before the news. So what I want to see happen is I want to wick down. There we go. Right, let's get the order in. So orders in above the highs, partial TPs. We've got more action in the first minute. 30. Let's do it over here. So, okay, so let's just move this up to there. Put in a second TP. Okay, here we go. See if we can get pre-comic spike. Then what I'm thinking, because obviously this sort of interrupted my path of reasoning for what I'd like to see happen. So I'd like to see the market rally. I'd like a spike. I want to see a spike on the news, and then I'd look to sell underneath the low of the news candle. That's what I want to happen. Now, if it just goes down or just goes up, then so be it. But I'd like to see the spike up, and then realistically, if we can get a big move and it goes in some nice big candles, we can look for a rejection or some kind of market to reject this area and look to sell the news candle. And we've been triggered. Oh, lovely. So let's see how this one pans out. It's not the ideal start, but I'm going to bring my stop up underneath 30-minute candle. Now, again, let's see if auto break even is going to work. Yes, it's going to work. So we get that to 35 pips. Hourly looks lovely. TP1's below that previous wick. Closed above. We've had a wick down. You just got to leave it in the hands of the gods, so to speak. We can't control the outcome. We can only control how we manage the trade and our risk. So currently 40 pips offside at the minute. 27 minutes to the news. And as I was saying before we actually place the trade, I'm looking for the price to spike up and then I want to be selling the market. That's my preference. Let's just hope it doesn't sell off straight away. And you're right, hope isn't a strategy. So we need about a $7 move now to get to break even. Aaron, oh, I was like, I was like, are you trying to throw me off there? Aaron, I'm Kate. Love it. Uh, no, it's just a playlist on Spotify. Drum and bass would be a bit too heavy for me. Hey, Sheriff, how you doing? Spell checker. Yeah, I need one of those permanently. Well, uh, let's see. Six. Yeah, Aaron, I'm beginning to wish I was late now, but it's okay. I just stick with the higher time frame, and hopefully we see this as a liquidity grab to attract those buyers to come back in. If not, it could be a painful session. Come on, markets, start moving. It's the first thing that's kind of caught my eye since this morning. I was interested in down here, but never got a setup. All right, here we go. Now, trade management, guys, if we break our own high, as soon as we break the high of the current candle, stop loss straight up. Now, if we don't break the high, well, then we have to sit tight and wait for the next outcome. So $5.50 needed now to get to break even. "22 minutes to the news. We're going to see some volatility, I tell you that. So we're going to decide how we play this out, because in the next, I would have expected us to at least got to break even within the next, by about 10 past, quarter past. That's what I would have expected leading into these kind of news events. So I'm going to see what happens, and then we'll see where price is, and we might make a reduction or a reduce close a proportion of the position, whether we're in profit or loss. Um, and then as we get even closer to the time, we'll close the full thing out if we haven't managed to get to risk free. Okay. 47.63. Where's my water? This keeps dropping. I need something stronger than a water. No, I'm only joking. So this is just, we sit tight now, guys. Sit tight. What I am going to do, um, we've got 19 minutes to the news. So no matter what, before the news is released, I'm going to have half of the position that I've got on right now. So, oh, 1 second, guys. What, darling? What, darling? You want some water? Okay. Sorry, guys. 1 second. My daughter's just coming. Alana, here you go, darling. Right, Daddy's. Okay. Right. Okay. Can you close the door behind you, Bubs? Salty? There's no salt in the water. Okay. Right. Well, listen. Daddy's on live stream now. Can you go? I don't think he'll leave me, darling. Um. Go and have lunch, darling. Okay. Sorry, guys. Easter holidays, right? So, 17 minutes to go. 17 minutes to go. What's happening with the NAS? Up. Dollar index down a bit. Okay, so everywhere's mixed. Everywhere is mixed. Gold's flat on the day. Dollar index is down. Nasdaq is pretty flat. DAX is up 100 points, 0.5%. Look, the news, we've no idea what's going to do to the market, okay? We can have our expectations, higher inflation, stronger dollar, push gold down. But then you might have some people thinking, or some institutions thinking that the inflation might have been higher, and they might think, all right, in that case, dollar to strengthen. What's this? God, people keep messaging me. I'm gonna have to turn it off. Yeah, so we'll just wait and see. So listen, we've got 15 minutes now for the news. We're going to get some kind of volatility in the next few minutes. So this is going to be the shuffle, people positioning themselves before the news. So whether it's liquidating positions, adding new positions, you're going to get a pre-market shuffle, that's for sure. Now, ideally, I want to be risk-free before the news comes out. So we're going to try and manage this best way we possibly can. I've got this on two accounts. I've got it on personal here and funded up there. So I'm just and I've gone a bit heavier on the funded account as well because, like I say, I use the funded account as a bit more risk. Right. Remember, if we break our own high, we're moving stop underneath the low. Okay, stops up. 12 minutes. 12 minutes. All right. Anytime now, I expect to see some whipsaws. So in the next few minutes, you're going to start to see it flying around. So I'm going to give it to 25 past. So I'm going to give it 7 minutes before I start to do anything with, like reducing risk. Six minutes. Right. Okay. So funded account, I've basically closed half off at entry price and I'm just leaving a little bit on and I'm going to see if it can hit a small target. This one I'll try and manage because I can't do both. No one gets this tight to the time. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to... So I've just moved my partial TP to 20 pips. In case we get a little spike up, it'll take half off at 20 pips and move my stop to break even. So it can do that a lot quicker than I can. Um, we can get rid of auto break even now because I don't need that because I've brought my partial TP to 20 pips. 4 minutes. And then I'm going to start amending risk if we haven't hit TP. So remember what I said. I want the news to spike, price up. And if it does, I'm then going to look to sell the low of the news candle. I was hoping we would have moved in this first half an hour somewhere up in this area to then sell the lows. Okay, so I'm out on my funded account now. Took a $250 loss on the funded account. Hey, Anna, how are you? Sorry, I didn't even see it. Dorothy, good afternoon. Sorry, I'm just a bit fixated on this trade that's done absolutely nothing. Okay, so this is probably going to take me out now because I don't, never know. But hey, Mr. Webster, how are you? So we've had a loss here. Right, let's update the stats. Results. 28 losses for the year, no, in total. So we're going to wait till after the news now, and 11 losses for this year. Okay, so we're going to wait now. Whatever the news throws at us. Um, okay, dollar index is creeping up a little bit, but nothing much. So 6 minutes. So like I said, what I want to see now is I want to see price spike on the news, and then I'll sell the low of the news candle. 5 minute candle for the news. Yeah, I don't mind. Whatever, basically, the candle's going to open. So 5:30, they're all going to open at the same time. I want it to spike up. We've got 5 minutes to wait. So essentially, that's what I'm looking for. Something to like this. I want price to push up. Now, depending what the news is, if it just flies up and it's going to keep going, then I'll let it. I'll look for buys. But my preference is for it to go up on the release of the news, and then we'll sell the lows. That's my preference. I'll always give you a game plan ahead of time, but I'm not doing anything until after the news now. Oh. 3 minutes, 30 seconds. See what Nasdaq's doing. Nasdaq's looking bullish, to be fair, but all right. 2 minutes, 40 seconds. Iranian delegation has arrived for negotiations. Oh, now that's going to have more of an impact than the CPI data. So just wait. 47. 1 minute, 45 seconds, guys, for the news. So remember, guys, all we're waiting for now is we're waiting for a wick up, waiting for a price to shoot up, and then we're going to sell the low of the current candle. If it just goes down, then yeah, okay, we there's going to be no trade. One minute. One minute to go. 20 seconds. 20 seconds. 5 seconds. What's going to happen? Okay, sell orders in. Sell orders in. Okay, let's see what happens. Oh, you know, forgot. Oops. Four, seven. Okay, so let's see how this plays out. Yeah, so listen, as I said before we came in, we had initial breakout on gold. We waited for a wick down. We got triggered in. We lost that trade. But before we even took that trade, I said I want the breakout to happen. I want it to push price up. I want the news to come in. I want it to push price higher. And then I want to sell the low of the news candle. So we got triggered in. We got stopped out. Now the news candle's going up, which is what we wanted. Um, Now we're just going to wait for price to do whatever it needs to do. So next zone to watch on gold, if we get above here. Where's my music? So yeah, this is just fading the news, guys. I don't even know what the news was. Let's have a look. What did it come out as? Uh, wow. Lower than expected. Okay, so the inflation is lower than expected. 0.2 core CPI, 0.9 CPI month on month, and CPI year on year came in at 3.3, forecasted 3.4. So we'll see. We'll see how this pans out. Now, the initial reaction, if you imagine that the CPI data has come in lower than forecast, that's weaker for the US dollar in principle because it's lower than forecast. But at the same time, it's a lot higher than they want it to be. So not surprised the initial move's gone up. The question is, will it continue to go up? I have no idea. Um, I will wait and see what happens. Now, obviously, like I was saying, you've got the last pop-up on the news for me there was Iranian. There's my alert on forgot breakout alert has just gone off on gold because it's breaking this level. But we're gonna wait. If it closes above, not gonna do it on the 5. So for me to go long above here, I would need to see price close above that point. Uh, what's the question? Which month is his news for? Gas prices are double. How could that cool him? Oh, so it's from the previous month, isn't it? But it's 11 days after the month end, if I'm not mistaken. Now, if we get a rejection here, so we'll see what 5 minute candle we get. We might get a sell from higher up. Now we're talking. Guys, need your likes and okay, yeah, that would be appreciated. Now, if we'd got clear candle space here, we could have looked at a 5 minute above those highs, but we don't. So I'm just gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. We've got 9 minutes left of this 15-minute candle, and if this rejects that resistance level, well then we've got to wait really another 15 minutes. Early weekend, good man, enjoy it. Dollar index is dropping quite hard. So it's probably going to push gold up. So Uh, let's have a look at dollar index on the hourly. Mm. We're just going to wait for this 15 to close, guys. Could be another, well, not a slow session because we had a losing trade. But so we still, if you're new to the session, guys, we've got a pending order underneath the news candle low. Market has rallied up into resistance area, the area we had our breakout trade targets. Unfortunately, we got triggered, sold off, and tapped out. Now we're just waiting for the market to give us a clue on the next direction. It's always nice. Just one of my members just messaged me. Over the moon. He's done $2,300 today. Well done, Brandon. I don't know if you're online right now. That's taken him to well done, mate. Just on live stream. He's had a $10,000 week, so he's super happy. He was 8-3 up until this morning. Okay, so initial reaction, we've got Nasdaq going up, we've got dollar index going down. It's just gold that's kind of doing nothing after we had that initial move on the news. "45 minutes until Nasdaq opens." Okay, so Nasdaq, big gap up on that news. Let me see if you can see it on this one. I'm just looking on a different chart, so as of orders placed. Here, can't see it here. So on TradingView, it's showing as Nasdaq's gapped up here, and then it's now selling off after the news. So that's why I always like to wait until after the news, and I generally will always, probably 80% of the time, will go contrarian to the initial move of the news. So unless the news is so, let's say, over and above or massively below expectations, where then you would get a continuation. So you get the move and then maybe a little pause and then a continue. Whereas most times, more often than not, you'll get the news, it'll pump in a direction and then it'll reverse itself back to where it was, drop back below where it was, and then go back to where it was. So that's what I'm looking for here. Uh, Let's just put that stop above the bearish up range candle. Now, if you want to think about a simple, I don't know how many people we've got here that are new, but I think where people get trading so overcomplicated is they look at all the candles and give them all sorts of funny names when there's only four different types of candle. Do you know what they are, guys? The different types of candle. There's only four types of candle, four different outcomes. No, can't be anything else. So if that was our first candle, let's do it four times. Okay, so candle one, candle two, candle one, candle two, candle one, candle two, candle one, candle two. So, guys, if you get this, this will make your trading life so simple. Da, 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 da. Text. Damn it. All right, I'm just doing this while we're waiting for the market to do something. Okay, so if we look at this, guys, yes, Harvey, correct. Chartmaster. Okay. See, this is the only four candles that can happen. Up range means the second candle has a higher high and a higher low to the previous candle. Down range, a lower high and a lower low to the previous candle. And outside, a higher high and a lower low to the previous candle. And then inside, a lower high and a higher low to the previous candle. Does that make sense, guys? A candle cannot do anything else. The only variable to all of those is whether the candle closes bullish or bearish. It's not going to change the high or the low of the structure of the candle. Does that make sense? If that makes sense, just type yes. There's quite a few of you in here right now, so if that makes sense, just type yes. A candle can't do anything different to those four options I've just shown you. Nothing different. Anyone tries to tell you anything different, then no weird laws of physics and whatever is nonsense. Okay, so if this is candle one and this is candle two high is higher than candle one. Its low is higher than candle one. Okay? Doesn't matter. This doesn't mean I'm not drawing this as the body. It's just the highs and the lows. How a candle closes is a variable, but the highs and lows can't do anything different. I'm just using these boxes as an example of the highs and lows. Forget the bodies and the wicks. That's just a different combination. Okay? But in terms of the highs and lows of a candle in relation to the previous candle, you cannot get anything different to those four options that are there. Yeah. No. I just can't draw it. Otherwise, I'd be drawing so many different variables of one with a bullish close, one with a bearish close, one with a big body, one with a small body. When in relation, what we're talking about can't actually change. Okay? So it's always just about the highs and the lows. So then, if I was to say to you, we've now got a strong trend and the market is moving higher, which one of these candles do you think you'll see more of? Type the answer in the chat box, guys. Which one of those candles do you think you'll see more of in a strong trend going higher? Okay. Okay, so my question to you is why would you see an up range in a strong trend going higher? What's the thought process behind it? The reason I'm going over this, and it's very, very simple, and you think, oh, why? Why do I need to know this? It's so simple. Because if you understand this, you can understand taking a trade. You can understand the principles of how to get into a market, what candles you should be looking for, and why a wick down is so important. Higher highs and higher lows. Yeah, if a market's going higher, in principle, it will always have a higher high. It might have a lower low at some point. You might get an outside candle like this because it might sweep the lows and then go higher. So when we're looking at a chart, and I always say to you, I want to wick down before it goes up, or I want to wick up before it goes down. That's because if it goes down first, we're going to end up with an uprange candle. Or if it goes up first and then down, we're going to end up with a downrange candle. Something that we want to see in that market direction. It's a really, really simple concept that people just like to brush away, or they don't even know these little basics, and they try and flower things up with wonderful terminology and get you thinking that trading should be so difficult and you need to be a NASA scientist and have 65 indicators all over your chart. Nah. If you understand very simple concepts like this, you can put a system in place very, very quickly and you can become consistent. Now, things where we're talking about the news and then fake outs and different things like that, that's just adding a different layer. If you want to keep things really box simple, look at those four candles, look at what happens on a chart, start marking them out, start doing some simple analysis and say, right, okay, if I'm a buyer, where do I want to buy? I want to buy at the lows. I want to buy as price creates new support. Okay? If if I'm a buyer, I also want to buy as price is breaking out of new structure. So then you mark on these levels where you want to be a buyer. Then you say, right, okay, I'm waiting for buyers to come back in. Then I'm waiting for a wick down and an uprange candle to be formed. You don't know the uprange candle is going to be formed until you wait for the wick down and then it breaks the highs. So you're preempting something to happen. Whereas if if the candle just goes straight up and breaks the high, that could be the market taking liquidity to then reverse and go back down. So it's always important. The way that I look at it is when you want to take a trade to the upside, let it come down first. Now here, this is different. We've had a news event, the market spiked up. Yeah, the news event spiked up. We've rejected the resistance level, and if we break the low, then in theory, what if we break this bearish candle low, then you can have an outside candle rejecting resistance. It's going to be super simple. Ah, good mate. Listen, trading can be as difficult or as simple as we make it. Now, 5 minute sells, yeah, you could have looked at this, wick up, sold the lows, but again, I don't want to be up here in this. This is the news. This is the news speaking. I want to see it do something different after the news, and that would be breaking its own low. I would take, if I was going to take a 5 minute in this instance, I'd be taking a 5 minute above the highs. Yeah, looking for it to continue. So, guys, if this is making sense or you're um, understanding what's going on, this is starting to look like a lovely news rejection candle, but we'll see. Again, like I said, a lot can look at that. 30 seconds and it just changed instantly. Not even 30 seconds, or like 10 seconds, and it just jumped 70 pips. How come you got a sell on then? Because of what I said regarding the news. So my bias right now is for sells. I said before the news came out, I said I want the news to come out. I said I want it to spike up. Yeah, so the buy was the first trade we took, which was a losing trade. So that was this candle here. This candle wicked down. We bought the high. We got triggered in. I don't know how many pips it went in profit. Not many. I think it got about 10 or 15 at one point. Um, not enough for me to do anything with. So, and I said, if the news spikes up, the second it spikes up, I'm going to place the sell stop underneath the low of the news candle. Yeah, so I'll always look for buys and sells. Um, a buy, I'm not taking it, but it's because someone said they took a 5 minute. In this candle here, I wouldn't want to sell anything inside this candle. I want to see it do something different. So the five, if we get this pullback candle here, I'll be thinking, right, if it's going to continue higher, it would do it straight after this 5 minute candle. So this would be like someone taking a breath, a pause before the next move. So I'd see it as like, right, okay, the market's paused. We're having a pause, then we break the highs and we go. What was I doing? Uh, okay, 1 second. What's going on here? 220. Um, I don't think we're going to get a trade on this one. Where is it? Hmm. Okay, it's looking a bit quiet, guys. Looking a bit quiet. And uh, five. Mm-mm. Well, don't think we're going to get this one. Let's wait for the candle's about to close. Okay, I'm getting rid of that. We have a bigger wick down. I'm gonna look to flip this. So we're gonna buy above the high of this candle, fill the wick. So that's what I'm looking to do. And I'll put that on over here. 30. Okay, so we didn't get the rejection, we didn't get the sell-off. So now I'm looking for price to go back in line with the way that the news sent the market. As soon as it triggers, we'll do auto break even at 35 pips. It goes 20 pips in. So yes, in theory, stops go underneath here. But if this candle flips and reverses, you're going to move your stop straight away as soon as it triggers underneath the low of this candle. So initial, get ready. Okay, let's bring stops up. This is going to be my last trade of the day, guys. So we've gone with these candles closed above the range. We've got a nice big wick to fill here. We've had the wick down. We're looking for the continuation. We'll see if we can get that follow through, or is it going to take us out for two losses on a Friday? We're going to hit them two losses. Are we going to hit them two losses? It's not looking too rosy. It'll be a lot smaller loss this time, about 1800, will it? 2-2. To be fair, it's a 5-minute BPC as well. If you've taken this on the 5, guys, stop should be underneath here. It's a 5-minute BPC. You've got 80 points up to the highs. The 5 looks lovely. But we need... If I'd have dropped down to the 5 earlier, I wouldn't have moved my stop as high. I would have left it underneath this bullish candle here. Tell me what candle you see here. Look at the candles. Think about what I said, inside, outside, up range. Tell me what you see. Outside candle, new support, up range candle. In theory, this is the start of an impulsive move. So wick down, we should break the high of this candle to form another up range to run back up into previous structure. So the 5 looks beautiful. We've just got to break this high. Not yet. There you go. Right. Yeah, sure. Okay, so we're at break even. Okay, so look, this candle here, this bullish candle, it's a bullish outside candle. Why? Here's the low of the bearish candle. So it went below the low. There we go, TP1. Lovely. Okay, so it went below the low of below the low of TP1. It went below the low of the candle, then it broke above the high and then closed above the high. Okay, so we have a bullish outside candle. The next candle, this is why sometimes ignore what you see with the bodies, right? It's a bearish candle, right? But look, it's broken the high and it's respected the low. So you've got an up range candle here. Next candle's come down, it's respected the low, then it's broken the high. So just based on simple price action, I'd expect price to come up and anywhere in this gray zone. Does that make sense, guys? Did that make sense? Just using simple price action, exactly what I just talked about in terms of the highs and the lows and the types of candles. So we're still down for the day, but if we get up here, I mean, look, it does and it doesn't because it's only a 5 minute chart. So the strength of the signal here is a lot less than if you saw it on a 30 minute or an hour. Yeah, but ultimately it's still a signal. And when we look left, all these bearish candles here have got nice big bodies. So it's clean range for this to drive into. Yeah. So, oh, what did I just do? Idiot. I just closed all the positions on the funded account there by mistake. So, never mind. So, in terms of if you just wanted to leave the trade alone, you're about to quit trading for good. Come on, man. Why, how many losses have you had today? Remember, whatever it is, you have to, if if you're gonna if you're gonna do something, you have to give it time to get the habits. Okay? uh, look, this is you have to remember, trading is a game that is like boxing. When you get in that ring, you're gonna get punched in the face. And if you don't like being punched in the face, don't box. Okay, it's a brutal sport, but this is a brutal industry as well. And it's brutal because it involves your finances. So before you like commit and start, I don't know, trading in certain lot sizes, you want to make sure you're trading at low lot sizes. Now, this can stop us out, right? And if it does, it does. But think about the process. I just have a set of rules that I adhere to in terms of trade management. Now, think about what candles should form now. If we're going to go up and test that structure, an uprange candle should form. But that means this candle can come all the way down to the low of this candle before it breaks the high. Now, we can't help how the markets move, right? I mean, look, we've just got tagged there. It might go up, it might break the high, it might sink. We don't know. But based on what we're looking at in terms of trend, as long as price respects this low, even if it stays as an inside candle, it's respecting the current trend we're in. If it breaks this low, you don't want to be in the market. You want to get out, right? Oh, damn it, what was I doing? Um, Now, obviously, sometimes you're going to get trades that run on and we get 100, 200 pip trades. Sometimes you're just going to get a trade like this. You get TP1, you bank your $1,500, whatever it is, and you end up, there's going to be a loss for the day. Now, what I can say is this was my last trade. I am going to be down for the day, but I finished on a high. I've been disciplined. I followed my rules. My stops went to break even as soon as we hit TP1. If the market goes on, does another 100, 200 pips, fantastic. If it sells off, I don't care. Whatever happens right now, I don't care. I stuck to my rules. I explained the trade in principle before it happened. Then it did what it did. So everything that we've done today, we spoke about, we outlined everything first, and then we followed it. The first one was a loss, can't help that. Second one was TP1, and then stopped out. Again, we can't help that. We can't help the way the market moves. Yeah. Any questions, guys? Oh shit. Uh, uh, yeah. Anna, enjoy Tokyo. Yeah, come on, you Spurs. Let's hope we have a good outing this weekend. I bloody hope so. It's been bloody awful to watch um the last few months. Um, right, guys, that's it. I'm going to call it a day. If you enjoyed today's session, you've enjoyed some of the content, you understand the principles we've been talking about, then you got a couple of things. You can join us on a Monday and a Wednesday at 1 o'clock every week. Um, some days, some weeks on a Friday, I will run a live stream like I've done today. Um, you can also, um, if you're interested, join the community. You can do that by where is it? Oops. Uh, I've just posted a Stripe link there. It's 97 a month. You'll have a look just to give you an insight. I mean, a few of the members hitting some superb returns, just keeping the processes very, very simple. If you've got any questions and you want to speak to me on WhatsApp, you can do on 07356237138. That's the UK WhatsApp number. So yeah, guys, have a fantastic weekend. I appreciate you all turning out on a Friday afternoon. Sorry it wasn't more profitable. In fact, sorry it was a losing afternoon. Um, not more profitable. But it has been a good week. If we just go to custom period, let's go. What was it? The 6th to the 10th. We have a look. So this week, what have we done? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, so it's saying 20, but it's not 20 trades because this is the DAX. That's one trade. And this is Nasdaq, and that's one trade. So 18, 20, so it goes down to 90. Yeah, 18 trades. One, two, three losses. Three losses, two break evens, and the rest wins. So decent week in the end. Um, hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you Monday at 1 o'clock. We've finished the Friday with a losing day, minus 1,261.98. It's part and process, but we finished on a winning trade, which is the most important thing. So, guys, have a great weekend. I'll see you all Monday, 1 o'clock on YouTube. Bye bye. Don't forget to give us a like, a share, and subscribe, please. Any comments once the video is uploaded on YouTube would be really appreciated as well. Thank you.